Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Brewing Business Show. This is a space dedicated to the craft beer industry and entrepreneurs who wants to learn more about mindset, health, wealth, business, and of course, beer. I'm your host, Pedro Meneses, and before we start, I just want to make sure you buckle up, crack open a cold one, and get ready to hear some life-changing information. Cheers! So welcome back everybody to episode 25 of the Brewing Business Show. Guys, you already know the drill, but if this is your first time, be sure to check out the previous episodes and leave me a review on iTunes so you can help more people to find the show. Guys, today we have a special edition of the Brewing Business Show. As you can see, I don't have any guests today with me, because I wanted to do something different today. I wanted to try something different for you guys. And, I like to do things differently a little bit. And second of all, this is also my first time doing an episode of my show on my own. So I'm excited about being here, guys, and excited about sharing the things that I want to share with you today, because I believe that what I'm about to share today is really, really important, especially that for me right now, this marks 6 months since I started this show. I know for you it probably doesn't mean anything, but for me it means a lot, because there's a lot of hard work and consistency behind it, which are some of the things that I want to talk to you about today. And, but it's excited to see where you are after 6 months of hard work and dedication, and everything that you apply in life. It just feels great, and it feels great to see the progress. It feels great to see how you start evolving, by just taking action and implementing the knowledge and the things that you learn through your whole life. So I'm excited to be here, guys, and to celebrate that I'm halfway through my first goal to hit a year. That's my first goal for this podcast, to make it for a whole year and keep growing it, So before we start today, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the guests for the past 6 months. I think you guys have shared very valuable information. I know that our audience is very grateful and for everything that you guys have shared, because you guys rocked for real. Like each one of you have bring to this show so much great information that there's no words to describe how grateful I am for that, and I'm sure a lot of people appreciate this too. And the future of this podcast and the intentions that I have for the next 6 months is to keep bringing more important people that can share valuable information with you guys. I'm hoping that this show have helped you for the past 6 months. And if it's not, I promise you that I'm going to improve this shit, because that's my goal, If you didn't know this, I don't make any money out of this podcast. And I'm not saying that just to brag about me or some shit like that. I'm saying that because I do this because I want to give something back. I think that business owners and entrepreneurs have the moral obligation to give something back and serve others. And this is the whole point of this show, I'm not planning on making money out of this. I'm just planning on bringing as much powerful guests as I can, so you guys can have all this valuable information, can access to it for free, So I think that's one of my things that I want to give back, not only to the craft beer industry, but the entire entrepreneur community, I'm about drinking beer and doing business. That's my motto. So I know there's a lot of people who also enjoy this. So thank you guys for everything that you have been supporting me with, to being part of this group, to being part of this podcast, and every single guest. And I'm excited for what's coming next, guys, because it's going to get only more powerful. And I'm excited for what the future have for me, for this audience, for this group, and for everything that I'm working with my wife too, like we're partnering in different things. We're building a second business. So it's pretty exciting, it's pretty exciting that this stupid pandemic hasn't stopped us from developing ourselves, from keep working hard, from keep pushing ourselves to the limit every single day instead of making excuses. But there's one thing that is very important you have to understand. You can have access to all the freaking information in the world, which all of us have right now, right? With the internet. Like, it's incredible how much access to information we have now. But none of that knowledge is going to be valuable if you don't take action or implement all of this valuable information. So what I want to share with you guys today is 4 steps that you can implement to turn any knowledge into action and get results. And these 4 steps are actually 4 steps that I have implemented for the past years in my life, And I have implemented some other stuff, but I want to start with these 4 steps because I think it's very important, especially if you are in that stage in life where you are trying to learn new things, how to improve your business, how to improve your health, how to improve the people around you, your family, your relationships, everything. I think there's 4 things that are very crucial for you to understand, because Like I said, first of all, why it's important? Because knowledge without action equals failure. Like I was trying to tell you, you can have all this knowledge in the world, but if you don't take action, if you don't actually implement it, it's not going to take you anywhere. So it's very, very important to put attention to different steps that you can follow on a daily basis that are crucial if you want to be successful. So my first step today, guys, I know that it's going to sound a little bit sketchy, but first step that I believe is very important is that you have to develop discipline. I know that a bunch of us have these old limiting beliefs in regards to discipline. You know, when we think about discipline, we think about punishment and how our parents used to punish us when we did something wrong, and you know, you have to do things certain way. You cannot get out of your line because it's not correct, and we associate discipline with those limiting beliefs. But as a matter of fact, discipline, guys, is the commitment to do whatever it takes to get things done. I'm going to say that again. Discipline, it is the commitment to do whatever it takes to get things done. It is the difference between being in control of your future and letting your environment dictate your destiny. Let me explain a little bit. So, for example, when you understand that you have control over your life, that every single action that you take on a daily basis is going to be important for you to, if you achieve success or not in life. So when you understand that discipline is having control over your future, of your actions, instead of letting your environment take control of your destiny, then you gain power again in your life. Because here's the thing, guys, most of the time we make all the excuses in the book, right? Oh, I don't want to do this because it's raining outside. I don't want to go work out. I don't want to go to the gym because it's rainy, and I just want to sleep a couple extra minutes, or I can do it tomorrow. All those kind of things, excuses, you're giving the power to your environment. So as a consequence, you're not going to achieve the things that you truly want to achieve in life. I hope that's making sense. But when you take control over it and you say, like, you know what, if I'm committed right now that I'm going to work 5 days a week, that I'm going to do X, Y, Z in my business so I can generate more leads, so I can sell more beer, so I can sell more products and services, so more people can get to know about my business. I mean, if I'm going to commit to these steps, I'm going to have to do it every single day, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the weather, regardless if the whole war is going to fucking hell like right now, you know, because I think this is a perfect time to talk about this, because many people right now, man, he's making all the excuses in the book about why not they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing to live a different life, to have a different mentality, to make progress in their life, to grow their business and all that kind of stuff. And one of the reasons why is because of that lack of discipline. You know, it's like, oh, let's wait until all this COVID shit is over. Like, you cannot just keep waiting and give your destiny to the fact that you're going to take action until we get out of COVID. Like, we're never going to get out of this shit. You have to understand that, like, this virus is never going to go away. It's going to be like any other virus in the human history, that it shows up and it came to stay. And eventually you're going to have to take care of yourself. And it's going to be like another common flu. And that's my opinion. But you cannot just allow the situation or 2020 to stop you from achieving everything that you want in life. And that's where your discipline kicks in, you know? That's where you're going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to wake up today and I'm going to make a list of the things that I know that are going to take me closer to my goals, of the things that I know I should start being implemented a couple months ago so my business can make more money. And then you're going to discipline yourself and create the habit, because this is a habit that you have to create, you know, to do everything that you need to do to get things done, because that's the only way you're going to be able to succeed, you know. And also, discipline means freedom, because when you decide to take that responsibility and you take the discipline and you start implementing the steps that you need to take in your business, in your life, in your family, in your faith, whatever it is, then you're going to start accomplishing your goals, and that is going to translate into freedom, right? Because if you know that you're going to implement the step that you need to make more money, to hit that 6-figure income, 7-figure, 8-figure, whatever bracket you are in right now, right? Whatever your goal is, you know that if you're going to implement it, eventually you're going to get there, and you're going to gain that freedom that you've been looking for so long, right? So that's why discipline actually equals freedom, because when you discipline yourself, you submit yourself into what you need to do, and you get shit done. That's it. End of story, right? And it means happiness. And you know why? And I'm going to give you a real example. It is funny, you know, how life works, because this actually happens to me today. I woke up this morning and, you know, I woke up tired. I didn't want to go to the fucking gym. I was like, hell no. I feel tired. I don't want to go to the gym. I just want to go back to sleep. And you know what, man? At that moment, I was like laying on bed, and then my subconscious kicked in. It was like, how do you pretend to speak or live by example and talk about discipline if you cannot discipline yourself in this precise moment right now? So get your ass off the bed and go to the fucking gym. And guess what? I woke up this morning. I was tired. I got dressed and I went to the gym. And as a matter of fact, I felt so good just by taking that small step this morning that I even hit harder in my routine. You know, like usually I know how hard I hit my routine every single day, but today I even went the extra mile because I felt so good, you know, within myself. I made myself feel good that I didn't make excuses, that I have enough discipline to say, you know what, it doesn't matter if I'm tired. It doesn't matter if my head hurts. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter what the fuck is going on out there. I gotta wake up and go do my shit because I have a responsibility to myself. And that's the discipline that you have to develop if you want to succeed in life, if you want to see your goals come into reality. So that's my first step. And now the second step that I want to share with you guys is take imperfect action. Listen, the reason why I named this second point imperfect action is because I used to be the kind of person, man, that I thought that I needed to have everything in place for me to take action. I needed to have everything in place for me to start a business, to go to the next level, to accomplish my goals and all that kind of stuff. But that's complete bullshit, you know? You can't develop any new skills if you don't practice and implement what you learn. So stop putting shit out because you think conditions are not right. Listen, we live in the craziest times ever, right? We all agree, it doesn't matter on which side of the fence you are, we all agree that 2020 has been a shit show, right? But you cannot let these conditions stop you from taking action. You cannot let these conditions stop you from pivoting and actually implement or find a different solution for whatever situation is going on in your business and in your life. Like I said before, like you cannot allow the environment to dictate your destiny. So you cannot allow the conditions that we're living right now in the world to not take action, even if you don't know what the hell you're doing. As a matter of fact, when I started doing podcasts, I didn't know what in the fuck I was doing. Dude, you should listen to my first episode. I know it's only 25 episodes deep so far, but I promise you that the way I sounded in my first episode, we were laughing with my wife the other day about it, you know? And I'm not perfect at this shit yet. But you know what, man? I can see the progress. I can see the progress because I've been taking imperfect action. I messed it up. I do this shit live, right? So if I messed it up, I messed it up. And that's how it goes to the podcast. That's how it goes to the YouTube channel. And it's going to make a lot of people laugh with, you know what? Great. But I'm not going to make this shit imperfect because first of all, I'm not a perfect human. I made mistakes. And in everything I will try to accomplish, I will always going to make something wrong. That's our nature as humans, right? So stop letting the conditions of whatever situation is happening in your life for you to not take action. You know, it can be, like I said, COVID, it can be any other circumstances in your life. Maybe you don't know, maybe you're trying, for example, to start utilizing more of social media to attract more customers and all that shit. But maybe you don't know how to do a video. Maybe you don't know how to write a post. Maybe you don't know how to create that engagement. But guess what? If you don't start trying, you're never going to learn how to fucking do it. You have to start trying. You have to start implementing. You have to start taking those little steps like, oh, I'm going to try this. If you fail in that, then you already know that you don't supposed to do it that way. Then you can change and find a different way to do it until you find the right way to do things, because that's the only way you're going to be able to learn in life. Not only in business, but in life, in everything that you do, you know? So action, man. Take action. It doesn't matter if it's imperfect. It doesn't matter, like, one of the things that I hear a lot, especially in the craft beer industry, you guys depend a lot on images and colors and pictures and all that kind of stuff. First of all, I know that times are hard right now, and let's say that your business cannot afford a freaking nice camera so you can take better pictures in your business or for your beer or whatever it is that you're trying to take picture and post on social media. You don't have to wait to have the perfect camera for you to take great pictures. You can get a $10 freaking tripod on Amazon and you just use your phone. Start using your phone and start taking nice pictures. Learn different apps or different techniques that you can use and actually take beautiful pictures from your phone. But if you keep waiting for you to have all the equipment so you can have the best content, the best looking pictures, make your beer look so appealing and all that kind of stuff, it's never going to happen. They're going to be years after you finally going to decide to start making something. And when you realize you lost all the opportunity to make all the freaking money you could possibly ever imagine. So don't let the fact that you lack some things and resources and tools to stop taking action. And man, this podcast is a great example of this. This microphone actually only cost me $45. So, and the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because I didn't wait to have a $200 microphone to start this podcast. I didn't wait to have all the equipment. Look around. I still use it in my office. I don't have all the fancy shit like other people does, but I'm still doing it because why am I going to wait to have the money or to have the tools and resources to take action and start doing something and start putting content and bringing guests to help others to change their life and change their business and change their minds? Like, why are we going to wait for having all the right tools? As a matter of fact, this microphone, I just broke it like 2 weeks ago. A new one is on the way, but still, it's not going to stop me from showing up here and do this podcast and share this information and share my experience with you guys, because my hope is that this information help you not only right now, but in the future, and that you can implement, and that the example of the things that I do can help you see that there's no fucking excuses, man. There's no one single excuse in the world why you cannot accomplish something. So stop waiting for that right moment. Stop waiting for you to have everything you need. Stop waiting for getting more knowledge. You already have enough knowledge. And like I said at the beginning, like if you don't take action, you're not going to see any success in your life. You're just going to fail, because knowledge without action equals failure. That's it. There's no other option. There's no other formula. You just have to go for it and take the necessary action. That way you can also learn. Man, I have learned so much since I started doing this. I have learned so much since I started my own business. I have learned so much since I started doing live videos. I have learned so much, even about audio editing. Who in the fuck will think that I will start learning more about audio editing and video editing? It wouldn't happen if I wouldn't start in this show. But you know what? I'm grateful because I'm learning new things and implementing new things, and things that are even starting to monetize. How crazy is that, So, man, you have to keep this in mind. It is not about perfection. It is about progression, man. We are humans, and we're supposed to be progressing every single day. Being successful is not a goal. It's not a destination. It is a journey, man. So when you understand that you cannot be perfect, but you can be progressive, you can progress every single day by implementing, by taking action, by being disciplined, then you're going to start seeing something changing in your life, like I've been able to see it in my life. That's why I'm here confident and gelling and whatever the fuck you want to call it. But anyway, I'm just excited, guys, for real. I really enjoy doing this and I love it, But let's move to the third point. And my third point on this episode is about consistency. Newsflash, there's no shortcut to get to the top, guys. That's complete bullshit. It takes hard work, day in and day out, over a long period of time. I don't care who you are. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care if you're not successful yet. Stop believing the bullshit that you can start making 6, 7, 8, 9 figures in a month in a couple of days. All these people out there telling you like, oh yeah, sign up today and make 6 figures in 30 days. That's complete bullshit. Stop believing that, because success takes time, man. It takes dedication. This is a way of life that not many people decide to take, And if you're a business owner listening to this right now or in the future, if you're an entrepreneur, you have to understand that, like this is a lifestyle. This is a way of life. This is a way of living. This is a way that no many people decide to take the risk of being a business owner, of an entrepreneur. The reason why is because it requires hard work. It requires all your energy, all your dedication, all your life to get to where you want to be in life, So it's very important that you understand that, because especially right now with social media, especially if you're trying to build your business on social media, I talk to a lot of people too. It's like, man, but I try to make a couple posts a day and it didn't work. For how long you did it? Like for a couple weeks, dude, that's not how things work. That's not how you're going to be able to build any business. It doesn't matter what kind of business it is. You have to dedicate the time. You have to put the effort. You have to build the skills. You have to build step by step, because you don't know everything to start with, right? And if it will take 30 days to be successful, man, everybody will be successful at this point. Nobody will be getting stimulus checks at this bullshit, you know? So um, it takes consistency, you know, and that's the problem. Like a lot of people do the hard work, but they don't do it long enough to see the results. They don't do it long enough to see the real results of working hard, man. Because listen, work hard work will never go unnoticed. It doesn't matter if you've been working your ass off for the past 5 years. Eventually you will see the results. You're gonna reap those results, you know. But it takes time, man. It takes time and it takes consistency. Like you cannot just pretend to, oh, I'm gonna do this for 3 months and hope that I'm gonna make $1 million. It doesn't work that way, you know. It was funny because today when I was at the gym and I was working out, uh, I submit my workouts, and I noticed that I have done a total of 316 workouts at this point with the app that I've been using for like maybe a year and a half or almost 2 years. 316, man, and I'm not even close to my fucking goal. Can you believe that? And that I understood at that point. You know what? I feel great. I'm in a better shape than I was 2 years ago, but I'm still not close to my goal. But it's been that consistency that even that I'm not there yet, I'm closer than what I was 2 years ago. Oh, I'm way closer to my goal, you know, and that is exciting. But when you see back and you see all the effort, like 316 workouts, I mean, it takes work and it takes that consistency to get where you want to go, man. But today, like I said before, man, everybody wants instant results. Start listening to that bullshit, because that ain't going to happen ever, you know? You're going to have to work your ass off. If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a billionaire, even if you just want to you're happy making multiple six figures a year, and that's your goal, still going to take you time, hard work, and dedication. You have to create new skills and achieve the success that you need to be consistent, because it takes time. And to be consistent means you have to replicate a positive behavior day after day after day until it defines you and becomes a habit. It requires patience, a lot of patience, man. Like, listen, I've been doing this for 6 months, right? And I'm not even close to where I want yet, but I know it's going to require a long time for me to get this podcast to where I want to be, you know? And I know I have a goal and I'm going to get there, because if I have proved myself for the past 6 months that I have been consistent enough to be doing this once a week, I can do it for another 4 or 5, 10 years, however long this podcast is going to live, you know? And you can do the same, but you have to prove that to yourself first, you know? Don't expect to do something different in a couple of weeks. Like, it first takes 21 days to create a new habit. It takes at least 90 days to lock that habit down for the rest of your life. So how do you expect to see different results if you just put the effort a couple of weeks a year and then you take a break because it's too tired, it's a lot of work, a lot of hours? Like, if you're not willing to put those hours and that work and sweat, blood, and tears, dude, so get the fuck out of this, you know, because this is not for you then. Like, that is something that I understood very early in my career as an entrepreneur, you know. For so many years, man, I made that mistake to believe that I couldn't live a life without trouble, without failing and all that stuff. But dude, that was the stupidest thing I ever thought in my entire life. And I have thought and I have done a lot of stupid shit in my life. But I couldn't believe that at some point I was pursuing that, you know? And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because, man, failure is part of life, you know? Failure is part of success. They need each other, because when you fail, then you learn, then you can pivot, then you can change, you can evolve, you can implement different things and find different solutions. And if you fail again, you just repeat the cycle, and you repeat the cycle over and over and over again until you find the right combination to get you to your goal, to get you to where you want to be. But you cannot do that if you're not consistent enough, you know? It might take you 6 months to build a new business. It might take you a year. It might take you 2 years, 5 years, maybe 50 years. Who knows? But you have to be consistent and understand that it's not only about being consistent, but this is also a habit and it's a lifestyle, like I've been saying so far on this show. But and the best way to be consistent is also to start focusing on the big goals. You know, that is something that I learned last year from one of my mentors, because I don't know about you guys, but I know that I have a big goal. You know, at some point my goal is to be a billionaire, yeah, with a B. And I truly believe that in my heart and I see it in my mind every single day. So I'm already there, mentally. But um, one of the things that I learned is that so many people fail at their goals because they focus on the big goal. Listen, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to make $1 million this year, for example, I'm not telling you not to have a goal like that, of course. But when you really think about it, if you think about that $1 million, it feels like, fuck, it's like a big ass goal. How in the hell I can get to that goal, right? When you let's expect that you end up frustrated because you don't have any idea how you can make $1 million in a year. And it's achievable. I know plenty of people that make millions of dollars on a monthly basis. Fuck, I know people that are making 9 figures right now in the middle of fucking pandemic. So you're gonna come and tell me that it's not possible? Yes, it's possible, man. But you have to switch your mind a little bit. You have to switch the way you see things. So one of the things that I learned, or this one thing, particular thing that I learned, is that you need to start focusing on the big goals and take your goal and break them into practical, small, daily actions and stick to it and create a routine. Or we can call it use reverse engineer. For example, if you want to make $1 million in 12 months, make the math, break the numbers, right? How much it will take you on a daily basis, for example, to make $1 million. $1 million in a year, that represents roughly $3,000 a day. So when you hear $2,000 a day, it sounds more achievable than thinking about, I want to make $1 million in a year, right? So when you now set your goal that it only takes you about $3,000 to make $1 million in a year, then you can start breaking it even more and start putting on paper actionable and reliable steps that you can say, okay, I need to hit $3,000 in a day. What do I need to do on a daily basis to make sure that I'm getting $3,000 in my freaking bank account? And then you just break it down even more, like that can be your sales strategy, that can be your social media strategy, whatever it is that you have to implement. Like, your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, then you're fucked. But if you know your numbers and you can break them down and find little steps, little goals that you can achieve on a daily basis, eventually you're going to get to that $1 million. Eventually you're going to get to your goal. But if you think about how I'm going to make $1 million, like, you're just going to lose your shit, like many of us have done in the past. Like, we just lost our shit because we're just looking at the big picture. When I can take that big picture, break it down, stop stressing, it's like, okay, it's only $3,000 a day. That's not hard at all. Like, maybe you have your product costs $1,000, you have to make 3 sales a day, and then you get to the goal. But we put your perspective and your mentality on that, then you realize that it's not really that hard at all. But again, you can break it down, but you have the consistency, ain't gonna happen either. You don't have the discipline to implement those steps that you realize that you need to take on a daily basis to get to that goal. It's not gonna happen either. So now you see how everything start coming together. Like, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, these 4 points, and I'm going to get it to the 4th one here in a minute. But you have to see how important all of these work together, right? Because now you have all the information available. Then now you have the discipline. You have to learn how to develop your discipline. Stop thinking about punishment, because discipline is actually a gift. That's how I see it now. And I enjoy it. I enjoy submitting myself into discipline. And even when I'm in pain, I still go and do the job. But then, if you don't have that consistency of doing it every single day until it happens, it's never going to come to you. And of course, stop being afraid of taking action, which remind me of this, this is something that you have to also keep in your mind, man, especially when you're ready to take a next step, especially if you're ready to start a new business or whatever it is, even if you're just trying to make a live video because your business or your job, or if you're in a brewery, you want to start making some videos so you can show people around your brewery and all the things that you're doing. Like, maybe you're on the fence to start doing live videos. I know this shit can be scary, man. I know it can be scary, but I'm going to tell you a story. So when I first made my first live video, I met in a group that is called Sales Talk with Sales Pros. This is a group with 85,000 salespeople. You know that salespeople are savages to start with. Okay, let's make clear how salespeople are. Man, I didn't know how I was about to do that video, going live. I was about to shit my pants, man. I was nervous. I was scared. I was I have like different points that I wanted to talk about, and I was afraid, but I did it. And I was afraid, but like I said, yeah. So I was afraid. Sorry guys, I thought I lost my fuck it. Anyway, so I was afraid of going live, but after I did it, I feel good with myself, it was like everything went good. I believe I did a good job to be my first video, but then I realized, and after I listened to other people saying this, and this is, keep that in mind too, because it's going to be important for my next point. I realized that I wasn't afraid of failing, man. I realized that I wasn't afraid of fucking the entire live video and saying something wrong and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't afraid of that. I wasn't afraid of being judged. I wasn't afraid of like, what if people just judge me right now because I say something wrong and they start talking a bunch of shit about me? Dude, I was even thinking like, what about if people start making laugh or start laughing about my accent and all that kind of stuff, And it's like, I realized that I was afraid of being judged, not of failing, because the reality is like, I have made so many shit in my life and I have failed miserably and I don't regret that shit. But you know one thing I regret? Being judged. But that was my old mentality. And then eventually I listened to different podcasts, where people were talking about this and how important it is to realize that you're not afraid of failing, because eventually if you're ready to make some decision that that can hurt you, eventually you end up taking it, right? Eventually you made some stupid decisions, even that that is a stupid decision, we end up making those decisions, right? And then at the end, we deal with the consequences, whatever, we move on, fuck it, we go to the next bad decision. At least some of you guys, right? But so that means we're not afraid of freaking failing, but we're afraid of being judged, And here's the point, man. Like, if you're afraid of being judged, first of all, what people can say, at this point now that I changed my mind, that I rewired my brain, I'm thinking like, what if people judge me? And here's my answer. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know why? Because I have a mission. I have goals. I have things that I need to accomplish. And I need to work on myself. All those people's opinion, they're not going to take me closer to my goals. They're not going to pay my bills. They're not going to serve me. And it doesn't define who I am as a person, as a human being, and as a man, and as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? People's opinion don't define who I am. So why in the hell I'm going to pay attention to these motherfuckers? And that's the thing that you need to put in your mind, man. Like, don't be afraid of taking action just because someone else is going to judge you. Fuck whatever they have to say, man. Like, if somebody has to say something about my accent, well, suck it up, you racist bastard. No, I'm just kidding. But if someone has to judge me because they think I'm saying something wrong, man, that's fine. Suck it up. I don't care about your opinion. You're not paying my bills. You're not the one taking action. It's me. You're judging me there, but you're still sitting, not taking the action that you're supposed to be taking so you can be successful. But you're here judging me when I'm actually taking an action and enjoying my time and trying to sell others. So fuck out of my face. You know what I mean? Like, realize, man, that if you are out there on the fence trying to do certain things for yourself, for your family, for your business, that you know that if you take those actions, they're going to change so many things in your life. Just go ahead and do it, Stop being afraid of what people have to say. Stop being afraid of what people's opinions or comments or haters on social media and all that kind of stuff. They're always going to be there, man. Like, one of my favorites coaches is Sean Whalen. You know what? He says, those motherfuckers are not haters. They're your fans, because if they're following your stuff, they're reading your stuff, and they're commenting your stuff, they don't hate you. They fucking love you, So stop being afraid of what other people had to say and do your shit. Be you. Like, whoever that is, like, just be you, man. Be you, girl. Just do it. Because what matters is how do you feel with yourself, and what matters is what do you accomplish for yourself. Because if you accomplish the things for yourself and you do it for you so you can improve yourself, then you can be a better human. Then you can be a better husband. You can be a better wife. You can be a better friend. You can be a better business owner. You can be a better employee. You can be better at whatever it is that you like to do. So stop listening to others, which takes me to my fourth and last point, that is accountability. You have to be responsible for your actions too. good or bad, stop blaming others and own your shit, Like, it doesn't matter how many times you fuck things up, man. You have to own it. But if you're aware of it, not only you have to own it, but you have to do something, again, imperfect action, right? To change it so you can start evolving and start changing those things that sometimes we don't like about ourselves, Because, again, if you don't take responsibility, then you're not going to be able to see and accept the things that you're doing wrong. So you're not going to be able to put a plan together that can help you improve yourself, man. So, and the reason why I named this one accountability is because I think there's two different types of accountability that are very important. And you got to understand why I was talking about others' opinion and all that kind of stuff right now. But when you hold yourself accountable, you don't allow yourself to look for the opportunities to make excuses, man. You find the way to make it happen because you know it needs to happen. So you know that if you have certain tasks that you need to accomplish today, you're going to go and make sure that you accomplish every single task, no matter what, man. No matter if there's a fucking earthquake, no matter if the fucking war goes crazy, no matter what's going on out there, you know that you need to accomplish that, because if you don't accomplish that, you're just going to fail miserable again. But you're going to own it even if you do. And if you accomplish your tasks, your goals, or whatever it is you're planning to accomplish, then you're going to feel good with yourself, But you have to take responsibility of every single action. Stop blaming the president. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming the world. Stop blaming society. Stop blaming the fucking snowflakes. Stop blaming everybody out there for whatever happens to you in your life. You have to be responsible. You have to hold yourself accountable for every single thing that you do, because every single action have a reaction in your life. So it doesn't matter whatever you are right now. If you have been getting bad results or good results, bad or good, man, is the result of your own actions. It's nobody else's fault. Are you broke? Get your ass to work then, Like, if you want to change something in your life, guess what? Get your ass to work, own that shit, and go to work. You want to lose weight? Well, stop stuffing your face with shitty food and get your ass to the gym and eat healthy. It is that simple. But if you don't take that responsibility, how in the fuck are you going to change? How in the hell are you going to improve yourself if you don't take ownership of every single thing that you do in your life? Because, like, guess what? All that overweight, all that lack of discipline, all that lack of success in your life is the result of your inaction. So, and that's the problem too, that I see a lot of people is like, oh no, the economic situation right now is not helping me with my situation. Like, that's fucking excuses. That's not true. You're broke because you're sitting on your couch all day long watching news instead of getting your ass off the couch and go to work, instead of starting that business, instead of implementing the things that you know that you should be implementing in your business, right? Like, oh, I don't know how to sell more beer. Now we have the fucking internet, man. You can build your online menu. You can do so many things and attract more people to buy your beer. But if you keep making those excuses, if you don't hold yourself accountable, if you don't take responsibility for the things that you know that you should be doing right now, but you're not doing it, nothing is going to change in your life. So that takes me to the two types of accountability. Your self-accountability, where you take responsibility of everything in your life. You take responsibility for every single action, and you understand that good or bad is the result of every single action that you have taken in the past. So you have to understand that when you start holding yourself accountable. Like, if you're going to lose weight, that it's going to take a process, right? And I know that I use that example a lot, but I think it's the easiest example so everybody can understand it. But if you know that you're going to lose weight, you're going to hold yourself accountable that you're not going to eat shitty food every single day. No, it's fine if you want to enjoy a cheat meal, like, by all means. Like, I do that once a week with my wife. We enjoy our cheat meal. Actually, my trainer inspires me to do it at least once a week and have my beers and all that stuff. But everything has a moderation. But if I know that if I cannot control myself and I eat like a fucking pig, I'm not going to get to my goal. And that's where accountability hits in, because then in a couple of weeks, you're going to be like, shit, I didn't even lost any weight. I just even gained weight. This is fucking bullshit. But I don't take that responsibility that it was my decision 2 weeks ago to eat like a fucking pig, right? Then nothing is going to change in my life. And now the other type of accountability that I believe you also need in your life, it is accountability from others. Like, man, this is very, very, very important. And this is the reason why I left this as my last point today. Because, man, one of the things that I very grateful at this point in my life is the people that I'm surrounded with. I never understood that before. I know that some of you, or maybe all of you, have heard this before, how uh, you are the average of the people you surround yourself with and all that kind of stuff. But man, that shit goes deeper than just the people the average, the people you surround yourself with, man. You have no idea the difference that can make in your life when you surround yourself with the right people. And listen, this is a very hard process because having a self accountability from others and surrounding yourself with the right people, first of all, you have to make inventory of the people around you, man. Especially right now, if you look all over social media, man, there's a bunch of haters. There's a bunch of people living in your circle. Unfortunately, even in your own family, that they probably trying to bring you down. They don't believe in your dreams. They believe that you're stupid because you're trying to start a business. They believe that if you promote your business on social media, that's ridiculous and blah 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 blah. And they keep talking all this bunch of bullshit, right? Like, we have all these people around, or you try to issue your opinion right now on social media, right? Or you have all these fat checkers trying to cancel you and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's not the point. But my point is that you need to know who you're surrounded with. Because if you're surrounded with the wrong people, and again, that includes your family, you're not going to progress in life. You're not going to be successful. If you're surrounded with four fucking losers, guess who's going to be the fifth? You. That's the truth. And to give you an example about this and why even your family is important, I'm not telling you hate on your family, like don't talk to them and all that kind of stuff. But man, that's one of the biggest parts of my story. I had to leave my entire family behind. I had to quit to my entire life back in Guatemala because my family wasn't serving me and they were not helping me to get what I wanted. They were my biggest obstacle. They were the biggest challenge I had in my life that never allowed me to move forward to what I wanted in life. And I had to make a decision because I'm kind of like the heir of my family. I'm the only little boy, the only man, and I was very spoiled on all that kind of stuff, and it was great growing up like that. But it was also a fucking curse in my life, because I couldn't develop myself early because I always had to listen to what my family had to say. And I know that they did it out of love. I know my parents never tried to hurt me or do all that kind of shit. I know that they were doing it because they love me. But when I grew up and I became a man, I realized that shit wasn't serving me. And I couldn't find other solution but just pack all my shit, quit to everything I had, grab my suitcase, walk away, and never look back. And out here, after 7 years that I did that, I even have a better relationship with them because I separate myself from them. I set myself apart so I couldn't clear my mind and put my eyes on something different that could teach me that there's more out there in life, and that's what I've been learning for the past 7 years. I've been learning so much and I've been discovering so much things in this life that I wouldn't be able to discover all those things. I would have stayed where I was. So that's a clear example why it's important, man. I'm not telling you like stop talking to your family, but sometimes you need to get some distance from them, man, at least for a season, so you can focus on the things that you want to develop. Because I know, man, parents, they're not trying to do stuff out of love. Well, some of them do, but I mean, the majority, they don't do that, right? They just want the best for you. And sometimes they don't understand your goals and your dreams and the things that you want to accomplish. But that doesn't mean that they have the right to stop you from doing it. And you are the one that can give that power to them and other people around you. Also, your friends, man, you have to make inventory with what people you have around you. If the people around you is helping you to become better, the people around you is pushing you to achieve your goals, if the people around you is supporting your business, or they fucking laugh at your business, or they don't support your business, or they, instead of telling you, you know what, man, yeah, let's go find something that we can build together, is like, hey, let's go get fuck shit face. Is that the kind of people you have in your life? Man, that's very, very important to understand. Like, I know I have many friends too that for the past 7 years, I've been just finishing those relationships with them because they're not serving me. And that's why it's important you understand that you have to surround yourself with the right people, because you can be a disciplined person, you can have accountability, you can be an action taker, and you can do 1,000 things that can make you successful. But if you surround them with the wrong people, you're going to start losing those things in your life. You're going to start focusing on those things that are serving you in this season, because you're focusing and paying attention to the wrong people. So it's very important, man. And that's the reason why I want to encourage you that you find a group of people, man. Like, I'm very blessed to have a network of people and friends that they help me to be better. They challenge me. They're showing me the path. You know, it is, I'm not saying this to brag, but when you surround yourself with people that are making way more than what you're making, people that have 7, 8, 9-figure businesses, man, and you can follow that example, you can follow those steps, and you can actually mirror whatever they're doing and implement it in your life and in your business and in everything else that you do. Your life start changing. Man, I don't remember when was the last time I had a conversation with somebody and we were talking shit. You know, I can recall that for the past couple of months since we moved to Texas, man, every single time I hang out with my friends and all that kind of stuff, is something, our conversations are always about something that can help you grow, something about business, something about development. Like, how are you doing here? Like, how's business going? Dude, you're crushing it. You're making way more money than you were making last year, man. Like, the pandemic is giving you a fucking opportunity to crush it, and you're about to be a millionaire, and I'm about to do this, and like, how we can help each other, how we can build something together. Hey, man, I'm suffering this part of my business. Like, do you have something I can implement, and maybe we can partner and do something together? Like, those are the conversations that you need in your life if you want to be successful. But all the conversations that you have right now is gossiping about the news, about Trump, about COVID, about fucking the news, about negativity, about all that kind of stuff. You're doomed, man. Like, you're completely fucked if that's the conversations that you're having, you know? Again, I'm not saying you have to, well, yeah, I believe that you have to cut ties if people is not serving you, but it's very important, man, because one of the things that have helped me to become more disciplined, that have helped me to have accountability, that have helped me to be consistent, that have helped me to take action, imperfect action, no matter what people have to say, is to be surrounded with the right people, because that's the people that inspire me every day. That's the people that comes to me and tells me, Dan, man, you had to do it, you know, go for it. Like, if I share with them some idea about something I want to do, they're like, what are you waiting for? That's the kind of people you want to be surrounded with, man. That's the kind of people that will help you grow. That's the kind of people that will help you succeed. That's the kind of people that will help you accomplish these other 3 points that I share with you. And there's so many other things that you can implement, but I think, in my opinion, and based on my experience, I wanted to start it with these 4 points because I believe they're important, man. So just to recap a little bit, so that we can start closing up. It's been almost 40 minutes. That's crazy. Love it. But anyway, man, remember, you need to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined in everything you do. It doesn't matter if it's hard. It doesn't matter if the conditions are hard. It doesn't matter whatever the fuck is going on. It doesn't matter if we're in election year. It doesn't matter if we get another pandemic or whatever the heck it is. You have to stick to your plan, and you have to stick to the things you have to accomplish, and you have to show up every single day. You have to show up for your family. You have to show up for your business. You have to show up for your group. You have to show up for your faith. You have to show up for your health. You have to show up for everything that makes you a human being. And then you have to be consistent. It's not something you have to do a couple of days and expect results. You have to do it on a daily basis. Most of the time, probably for the rest of your life. I know that there's habits in my life that I know that I'm going to have to be consistent for the rest of my life. For example, working out and eating healthy. That's a great example for something that you have to be consistent for the rest of your life if you want to live a healthy life, because there's no point of making a shitload of money by the end, give it back to the freaking hospital. You know what I mean? So you have to identify those things that it doesn't matter if it's for 3 months, for 6 months, for a lifetime that you have to do, but whatever it is, you have to be consistent and implement those things every single day until it happens, until it gets done. And then you have to take imperfect action. Don't be afraid of what other people have to say. Don't be afraid of the naysayers and the haters. Just go for it and do it. Like, use this as an example. That's one of my biggest goals, that this show helps you and inspire you, that if I, someone who have a fucking accent, get stuck when I'm speak sometimes, but have learned so many things in life and can share with you, and this can inspire you to see someone else that is kind of like different to you, doing the things that you probably wanted to do. I hope this inspires you too, and you just go for it, because eventually you're gonna get better, and you're gonna learn, and you're gonna improve yourself. Like, promise you, man. Like I was telling at the beginning, like we were listening with my wife to the first episode. It was like I was so shy and quiet. Like, hi, welcome back everybody to episode, and now I'm like, welcome back everybody. Like, man, because I've been gaining my confidence through imperfect action and consistency and being disciplined with the things that I want to accomplish. And lastly, man, accountability. Surround yourself with the right people. Like the Brewing Business Network, this is a network that is slowly growing, but you know what? That's the point of this network, to be a place where we all can help each other, to be a place where we all can share different things, find solutions together, inspire each other. And that is also the goal of this show, to inspire each other, to help each other, to learn more about these 4 things, and learn more about how you can improve your faith, how you can improve your health, how you can improve your business, how you can crush your goals, how you can take your 6-figure business to the 7, 8, 9 figures, or if you're not even in 6 figures, how you can actually start making 6 figures in a year. That's the whole point of this. And that's the whole point of having the right circle, and have accountability partners that can help you stay consistent and disciplined in the things that you have to do. But most importantly, you have to stay humble. Because when you go through all these things, when you start to implement in all these things, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of distraction. There's going to be a lot of friction from life, because, you are changing your habits. You are implementing new things that you probably haven't implemented before. So it's not going to be easy. And that's something you have to understand. Life is not easy, but it's fucking amazing. I can promise you that, But just because things are not easy doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy them. Like this morning, it wasn't easy to wake up early and go work out and beat my ass in the gym. But you know what? I feel grateful, and I felt amazing, and I was happy because my body was thankful that I was putting myself under pressure to become better. So I hope that helped you today, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this show today. And if you like it, make sure you share it with somebody. Put it on social media, send in a DM, text message, email, whatever you can do so you can help me spread the word. And also, make sure you check out the previous episodes and leave me that review in iTunes, man. The reason why I always ask you to leave that review in iTunes or Spotify or YouTube or Google Podcasts or whatever other platform you listen to the show, it is because every time you leave a review or every time you hit the 5 stars and all that kind of stuff, the algorithm actually helps to put the show in front of more people. So if you want to help and contribute to this show and to allow other people to find it and get access to all this information that can join our group and all that kind of stuff, just share it, like it, comment, leave a review, and do all that kind of fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. In the meantime, I will see you guys for the next episode. Be safe, keep working hard, and cheers. Later. Hey guys, thank you for watching. This show was brought to you by the Marketing Brewing Company, an industry-leading marketing provider and coaching firm. If this episode have provided you with valuable information for you and your business, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you know somebody who needs to hear this, share it with them. Send me a text message, a DM, put it on social media, whatever you can do to spread the word. And lastly, if you're a brewery owner ready to take your business to the next level, make sure you head to marketingbrewingco.com and fill out the form to get started and get your free assessment of your current marketing and sales strategies. I will see you guys for the next episode. In the meantime, cheers.